YouTube. Give me 1 second. Let me get my other things together because I'm going live on Facebook and on Instagram. So this is going to be a journey right here. It's just going to be a journey. So stick with me on the journey. And now you can't see my face. It won't stay up. Um, Hopefully it won't fall. So, let me, I got a big pillow. Okay, let me start my live on Facebook and let me start my live on, I know I'm gonna look crazy on all these cameras trying to, and this thing keeps falling. I don't know why it keeps falling. And I can't, let me see if I can make it tighter. I am so sorry, YouTube. Look, this is, y'all already know. Shoot, this is how half my cash stuff and stuff goes. Y'all already know. Let me make sure I'm good like that. All right, YouTube. Going live on Instagram and going live on Facebook. Okay. So I have 3 cameras going. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. I know it's going to look crazy to some of y'all if y'all on something else, but I am live on Instagram right here. I am live on YouTube right here. And I am live on Facebook up here. So y'all just bear with me. And hopefully everything will look okay. Y'all gonna see me looking to the side, looking this way, looking forward. So I know it's gonna look crazy for some of you guys. Try and talk into each one of the cameras to make sure I'm looking at you guys. So how y'all doing on this Friday night? Hope everything is good with everybody. I got my booster shot today. Where is it? Got it in this arm. It's just, I got it this morning about, when I get it? About 11 o'clock. And it is now, oh shoot, I can't even see my time. Oh yes, I can. It is now 5:41. So it's been 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been six hours. So I'm feeling good. Nothing crazy yet. My arm is starting to get a little sore, but I already know that's normal from, getting the shots previously. So I'm trying to stay safe. I took me and my mom to get the booster shot. So what I want to talk to you guys today about turning your side hustles into a business. And I'll probably talk about it again on Money Monday. I want to try and start doing my Money Mondays again. Everybody has been asking me about those, so so I think I'm gonna try and start doing my Money Mondays again. I know sometimes people are busy on a Friday night, but I felt like I'm just doing something because I had did some child trying to do some reels and stuff like that. I'm like, well, shoot, I might as well sit down and do a live real quick, talk to the people. Got my Panther shirt on. How about Cam Newton coming back to them Panthers? Yes. Maybe he can do a little something because, child, we terrible right now. Horrible. 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 I'm going to say that in each camera. We are terrible. But we'll see. I don't know if they're going to start him Sunday or not. But, hey, he can't do no worse than what we're doing right now. So, come on, Cam. Let's bring it home. Let's get us some wins. We need us some wins. Anywho, child. So, and during the live, if you want to come on the live and talk about a side hustle that you're doing, or talk about a side hustle that you want to start, or a business that you want to start, just let me know. Just request to send you a link to come on live with me, and I'll be happy to do so. I'll be happy to talk with anyone that wants to go ahead and chit chat. Just chat it up with me, and so let's go. So, like you see the topic, turn your side hustle into a business. And I know a lot of us got a side hustle. Y'all know on my previous Money Mondays, I always talked about another stream of income, having a side hustle or starting a business. You need more than one stream of income. I'm going to tell y'all that now. You need more than one stream of income. If you only have your full-time job as your only stream of income, That's a no-no. You need to have more than one income coming in, because you just never know what happens to you. No matter how secure you feel in your job, you just never know. Let me tell y'all, I felt, and we all felt at my location of the company that I used to work for, we felt so secure in our job. We just knew, we weren't going nowhere, because the company that we work for is the biggest human resource company in the entire world. Yes, the world, not just United States, but the world. They're international and everything. And they do payroll, they do benefits, they do systems. I mean, everything that runs the gamut of HR, they do. And that's my background. I'm an HR manager. I went to school for HR. I have a degree in HR management. I have a degree in business administration. I have a couple of certifications and blase, blase, blase. So, anywho, working with a big corporate global company, you feel secure. The money is rolling in. Times are good. We're getting free lunches and all kinds of stuff. And then all of a sudden, in the 2019, they laid everybody off at their location because they closed the location. And their reason for that was because it was one of their smaller locations. It wasn't small, but what they were doing is what a lot of companies do, they reorganize. And when they say reorganize, they're looking to where they can trim the fat, basically. They're looking to where they can cut costs um, as much as possible, because it's all about that bottom line. So what they started doing is they started closing a lot of their smaller locations. And in the midst of that, even though we see that they're closing their small locations, now when we were thinking their smaller locations, they had locations that only had like maybe 20 people, things like that. So that's what we were thinking. We're like, oh, it's not gonna affect us. We good. We good. We had how many people was in our building? Maybe 1,000, I think. And they were talking about doing all this stuff. This was coming, that was coming. They had redid the break room and all kinds of stuff. Then October 2019, they decided to shut the location down. And unfortunately for some people, that was their only job. That was their only moneymaker. That was the only thing that was coming in for them, especially as a single person, when that's your only income coming in. Now, fortunately, we did get severance. But unfortunately for some people, the way they did severance was based on how long you stayed. I mean, how long you had worked there. So I had worked there like 10 years, 11 years. And so I got the top of the package, which was basically I got about 6 months worth of severance. Some people only got 1 month, which is not a lot. They say that you can be 2 paychecks away from being homeless, right? So in this situation, now just imagine if you hadn't gotten a severance at all and you went straight to getting unemployment. The money that we were making, unemployment was not going to cover that at all. I mean, at all. We were making like some of us were making 6 figures, but a lot of people were making close to 6 figures. So you go from that to getting what was Maryland's highest unemployment. I think the highest amount you can get for unemployment was like $420 a week. So just imagine going from making 6 figures to $450 a week. So if you're getting a 6-figure salary, you're living a 6-figure lifestyle. You got your mortgage, your rent, you got your car payment, you got all the other stuff that you have. So if you're making 6 figures, you're living a 6-figure lifestyle. So it's hard to go to $450 a week coming from 6 figures. So if you didn't have anything else in place, it would devastate you. And some people were devastated. Like I said, some people only got like 1 month of severance and then rolled into unemployment. Luckily, I already had some side hustles in place. Luckily, I was one of the fortunate ones that got the 6 months worth of severance. Luckily, I got the unemployment. But at that time, I was working two different side hustles. Most of y'all know me for my crafts. So I was working crafts. I was going to vendor shows. I was selling things. I had my crafts popping. I also was doing what they call a multi-level marketing. Basically, I was doing pre-romance. So y'all have partied with me. Um, so yeah, I was doing my thing, but then right at the beginning of 2020, COVID happened. So because of COVID happened, there's no more parties. There's no more vendor events. So even though I had some side hustles in place, those side hustles were shut down. So that goes to show you, even though you have a side hustle, that can get shut down too. So that's why you need multiple streams of income, because now I lost my job and I lost two side hustles. That was three streams of income that I lost. So I had to reorganize and come up with another plan and, follow what I knew, which is HR, which is business. So I went to being an HR consultant for different companies. And then I started consulting for businesses. I started consulting with individuals that wanted to be a business. I started consulting with people that wanted to get funding and things like that. Then I finally found a job. When did I start working? Like June? No, May. No. When was it? It was June, I believe. Yeah. I didn't find a job till June. So luckily I had all that other stuff to fall back on. Income was still coming in. Found a job, worked that job, started still working my side hustles and everything like that. Turned my side hustle into a business. Because when you're working a side hustle, you're basically like a sole proprietor. So there's different types of like I say, structure that you can have your business. So most people working a side hustle, they're basically a sole proprietor. They're using a social security number to get payments in. Some people are using Cash App or Zelle or things like that to take payments. They don't have their side hustle structured like a real business. Let me tell you why you need to have your side hustle structured as a business. For tax purposes, to get business credit in your business name without using your social security number, to get business funding in your business name, not using your social security number, to basically, I'm not going to say hide, but to basically keep your business and your personal separated. So like the business credit that you have, the business funding that you have, they're not going to be on your personal credit report. And half the stuff that you can get business credit and business funding for, they don't even look at your social security number, which is the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. If you're operating a side hustle, you have to move that side hustle into a business. Something is going on with my Facebook. Due to poor wireless connection, your video has been paused. I don't know why they paused my video, because my other two cameras are working fine. So let me talk to you guys while Facebook stops tripping. So you have to turn your side hustles into a business. Oh, Facebook, you're back. I don't know what happened. It said it had paused because it was trying to reconnect. I don't know why, because my other two cameras are still live and in effect. But anywho, turn your side hustle into a business. You have to structure it correctly. Make yourself a company. I don't care what you call it. Well, I do care what you call it. You want to stay away from like names that sound risky. Now, I'm telling you this because I learned kind of the hard way, but it was a good learning lesson for me, but I still got what I needed to get, even though it took me a little longer. I started my business 3 years ago and hadn't thought about getting business credit or anything like that. So I started my business 3 years ago. Facebook is still tripping. Started my business 3 years ago. I was in the real estate. I started in the real estate. So I was looking at investing in real estate, becoming a wholesaler, things like that. So they're still trying to reconnect. Facebook, I apologize. I don't know why Facebook is tripping with its connection, but my connection is fine with my other two cameras. I'm live on Instagram, I'm live on YouTube. So when Facebook pause, I'll try and pause a little bit so that you won't miss anything that I'm saying. So I started my company. I started one of my businesses 3 years ago, and I was getting into the real estate arena. Now, like I said, I learned the hard way, but it was a good lesson for me because now I know. And even though it took me a little bit longer, what I needed to get, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you know what I'm saying. So when it comes to your name, you don't want to put risky things in there like investment, credit. Um, what's another risky one? Of course, not porn. Not porn up. um, um, Sometimes restaurant names can be a little risky because they know that a lot of restaurants don't make it. Unfortunately, a lot of restaurants don't make it, and they know it's a risk. So me not knowing then what I know now, I'm gonna put my name in it. I'm gonna be, I want people to know my name, so I call myself Ben's Investments. Most people know me as Ben's Investments. Now I have a couple of other companies, but Ben's Investments, and because it had the word investment in there, and I was using the NAICS codes for real estate, they look at real estate as a little bit risky. Now, what do I mean by NAICS codes? A NAICS code, and that's NAICS. A NAICS code is basically the code that goes with the type of business that you are. So because I was a real estate business, I said, you know what? It's Ben's Investments. I'm investing in real estate. I'm doing some real estate. So I'm going to use all these real estate NAICS codes, not knowing any better. I have since updated that information. But you want to stay away from the risky NAICS codes. You want to stay away from risky names. So now when I consult with businesses or individuals that's trying to be a business, I say use consulting as your NAICS codes, use marketing as your NAICS codes, and you can still call your name anything you want to. Like I have Ben's Consulting now. I still have my Ben's Investments because my Ben's Investments company has the most age on it. And you'll learn the more age you have on your company, the more funding you can get, the bigger amounts of funding that you can get. Because a lot of the funding, the big funding, like 50,000 or better, or 100,000, whatever, is based on how long you've had your business. So the time to start is right now. You can still get business credit and business funding, but like I said, based on your age of your business, it's gonna get you more funding. Like it'll be a difference between you getting $5,000 now to being able to get 50,000 or $100,000 next year. You know what I'm saying? If you start today. So I have Ben's Consulting. I have A to Z Books because I'm going into publishing, doing digital products, digital books. Um, I have, of course, like I said, I have Ben's Investments, Ben's Consulting, A to Z Books. Um, oh gosh, what's the other? T-Spirations, um, and my nonprofit. And my nonprofit is FAST, which stands for Financial Awareness Starts Today, because I want to um, help underprivileged youth and just underprivileged people in general to be able to be financial literate. Not saying that you're illiterate, but a lot of us growing up didn't understand finances because our parents didn't know anything about finances, so they didn't teach us. And we weren't able to teach our kids, but now I feel good that I'm able to teach my kids now about finances. They're starting they have their companies, they have their businesses structured correctly, they're getting funding and things like that. So even with my son and my daughter. My son is a music producer. He's been, just using his stage name. You know what I'm saying? I said you have to put that stage name into a business. So that's what he did. My daughter is an artist. I said you have to put your art into a business. Um, and then that's what you have to do. So you can, like I said, you can use consulting. You can use what's another good one? Management. I could have used, and it don't have to be your last name. I just love my last name. I'm saying. Um, but you can have anything with consulting or marketing or management, or come up with your own name. They don't have to, like I had, what was the client's name that I had worked with? Gosh, I can't even, something ships. And he's a packaging company. Well, he had a side hustle. He had a side hustle of delivering packages. That was his side hustle. He was working with a lot of different companies to deliver packages. Um, and he was just delivering packages using his cell, having them using his social security number when he filled out his little 1099 information, his W-9, um, having the money go to his personal bank account and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You need to turn yourself into a business. So he came up with his business name. Like I said, it was something ships. Um, and a bank or any other company looking at that name, they don't really know what that name means. They don't know what that name is. So, I told him that was a good name. I helped him choose his NAICS codes. Um, and packaging or delivering and things like that, that's not a risky business. So I had him do a couple of the delivery NAICS codes and things like that. Got them all set. Told him how to structure his business, because you have to have your business structure in a certain way to get this business credit and business funding. But the good thing, the beauty of it is that I had him update his W-9 to now use his EIN number to get paid through his business and his business account, and not use his personal information, not use his social security number, not use his personal bank account or anything like that. So if you're looking to get that business credit and business funding and keep it separate from your personal, you have to structure your business. You have to start a real business and structure it correctly. Side hustles, y'all know I love side hustles. Y'all know I got a book out. I'm gonna plug my ebook. I got one of my digital books is called The Ultimate Work from Home and Side Hustle List. I know some people who have gotten that book and have already gotten other jobs. They're doing side hustles, because not only do I list work from home companies, I have a lot of companies on there that will hire you to work from home. And right now, a lot of them are hiring for the Christmas rush. A lot are hiring, like Amazon, QVC. I have the company on there that contracts with QVC to find customer service. It's a lot of companies hiring right now for Christmas. So if you need some extra cash for Christmas, you want to have a debt-free Christmas, don't go charging everything on them credit cards now. We don't want to run it up. You want to pay cash. You want to have a debt-free Christmas. Y'all know YouTube. Y'all know I'm talking to y'all. Y'all know I'm talking to my YouTube budgeting buddies. We do not want to have our credit cards running back up after we worked so hard to bring them down for Christmas. Cause some of y'all out of control, spending 1,000, 2,000, all that kind of stuff on Christmas. Y'all going in debt for Christmas? Child, we having a debt-free Christmas around here. I don't know what y'all doing, but we having a debt-free Christmas around here. And that's where that extra money come from. That's what budgeting comes from. I'm not gonna talk about budgeting. I'll save that for another video. YouTube, I'll say that for another video. I'll talk about budgeting later. But anywho, this is gonna be on the topic. This is the topic of side hustles. Turning your side hustle into a business. And the reason why you should turn your side hustles into a business. There are different situations that you get into with a side hustle. Like I was telling you, my crafting business was a side hustle. I didn't have that business structure. I didn't know about, all that. That was 3-4 years ago. I was crafting. I was doing everything. I was making wreaths. I was making candles. I was making body butter and body scrubs and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to vendor shows and I'm just getting my little cash, get my little cash app, Zelle, whatever, and not thinking to put that into a business. I came up with a business name, Elegantly Crafted by Tanya. Thank you very much. Um, but I didn't structure it as a real business. So I didn't get all the perks I could have gotten by having a business. Let me tell you the perks you can have by having a business. So let's just take my crafting as an example, my side hustle as being a crafter. I could have written off my registration fees for the vendor. I mean, I still can write that off too, but I could have gotten a business credit card to pay for my vendor space. Because if you're not familiar with vendor events, they do charge you to set up your space, to have your table. So most of them are like $50 to $100, depending on how big the event is or whatever. You're gonna pay about $50 to $100. I could have used my business credit card for that if I had a business credit card and had my business name and business structured correctly. I could have used a business gas card to pay for the gas to get back and forth. Cause child, some of them in the events took me into another city. But I could have had a business gas card for that. The stuff that I was using to make my crafts, I could have utilized Net 30s. I could have utilized Quill or packaging Uline. I could have used Uline for my packaging and things like that. And once I knew better, that's what I started doing. But because I was just thinking in my head, that's my side hustle. I'm just making some extra money like that. No, turn it into a business. And the beauty of it is you can have as many businesses as you want to have. Just keep them all separate. They have to have their own EIN number. They have to have their own state registration as an LLC, C Corp, or S Corp. They have to have their own business bank account. They have to have just their own separate things. You want to keep everything separate, but you can have as many businesses as you want to. I know this guy that posted up on Instagram the other day that said he has 77 businesses. You heard me correctly. He has 77 businesses. Y'all might think that's crazy, but let me tell you why it's smart. Well, it's smart in some states because some states will charge you. They are taxing to register your business. I registered my business in Maryland when I was living in Maryland. Like I said, I started my company a couple of years ago. I believe Maryland was either $200 or $250. Now imagine paying $200 to $250 for 77 businesses. Child. And on top of that, that wouldn't be a problem if you had the money to do it. You start making money with one business, take some money to start another business, and so on and so forth. But some states charge you every year to keep your business registered. I believe Maryland charges how much do I have to pay every year to register, stay active? They call it staying active, keeping your entity active. And I think I pay like $100. I think it's not as much as when you first get registered, but I think it's like $100. So just even imagine if you was in a state and you had 77 businesses and you had to keep your entity active every year for 77 businesses at $100. That's a lot of money. Now let me tell you, he's smart because he's in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania don't have that mess about having to pay to keep your company active. I'm trying to tell you that states that do that, that's their side hustle for real. That's just them trying to get more money, because why do I have to pay you every year to say that I'm a business? Anywho, he's in the state of Pennsylvania and they don't do that. So there are some states that don't do that. Okay, Facebook went out for a second, so I'm gonna keep talking about this. But there are some states that won't do that. So let me tell you the play that he's doing. And I'm gonna wait for Facebook to come back up because this is an outstanding play for anybody to do. I'm still doing the play, but it's not as fast as I can do it. You know what I'm saying? If you get that. I mean, you probably saying, well, Tanya, if you're making money from your businesses anyway, I guess the to keep your company activated every year is not a lot. And you're right, it's not. If your company is if your business is making money, so that's true. So I don't mind that. I am going to do it. Like I said, I'm not gonna do it as fast. I do have 5 companies currently. Oh my gosh, Facebook is taking a long time to reconnect. I do have 5 companies currently. So I'm gonna tell you about the plays that you can run when you have a business that you can't do on the personal side unless you just want to use your personal credit for everything. But let me tell you, that is going to mess up your credit score. But see, if you keep your business and business credit and business funding separate from your personal, it does not affect your personal credit score. Because anytime you have inquiries, that's going to affect your credit score. Any new accounts that you get is going to affect your credit score. The balances is going to affect your credit score. Imagine getting let's just keep it. Imagine getting a $10,000 personal credit card. Use your personal credit card for your business, and let's say you pay like 6 months. Your video has ended. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. Facebook just is out of control. Watch your video, post now, closing the app, or switching accounts with I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on for a second. Let me post this and then go back live. I am so sorry. I apologize. I apologize. Oh, let me not sing too much of it because then I have to say, what you got to say? I do not own the rights to this music. Let's see if I can go live again. I don't know what is going on. I'll put it in the description later. I'm not gonna worry about typing the description right now. Let's see if it's gonna start. Thank y'all for hanging in there. What y'all doing on this Friday night? What y'all doing on this Good Friday night? I am in the house, child. I do this. This COVID. I don't hang out. Child. And I'm kind of salty about that because I used to love hanging out, and I miss it. I miss my Maryland peeps. Hey, Maryland peeps! Shout out to my Maryland peeps. I miss my Maryland peeps and going out and having brunch and doing happy hours and just hanging out. Oh yeah, I loved it. I miss it. But yeah. All right, Facebook, I'm back. I apologize for that. I don't know what happened. It kept saying that it was trying to, I guess I gotta find. It kept saying it was trying to reconnect, and I don't know what is going on with the connection because my other 2 phones are just fine. I haven't had any trouble. So I'm back. Hopefully y'all come back in and join me because I wanted to share this information about how to run this play with these businesses. I'm not going to give you too much of the sauce yet, though, because, like I said, I know some people are out tonight. It's a Friday. People hang out on Friday night. But I promise I'll come back to you live next week. During the week, most people are home because they cooking and got the kids and all that kind of stuff. So the guy has 77 businesses. Oh, Facebook. What in the world? I'm not gonna hold y'all up because of Facebook. So Facebook got to get it together. But anywho, I wonder if it's the phone. Could be the phone. Because my phone's on Instagram and YouTube are not adding up. So anywho. So what you can do with your businesses is you can get your business bank accounts at different banks and get credit cards and funding for, Facebook back. So let me start from again because I don't know where y'all picked up at. So we were talking about the guy that has 77 businesses. The play that he's doing is, did you know that you can take your business, have business bank accounts at several different banks, and get business credit cards and business funding for each of your businesses? You heard me correctly. Each of your businesses. So just imagine, and we're going to keep it on the low end. Just imagine he has a business credit card for each one of his businesses. That's a $10,000 business credit card. It's not reporting to his personal. It's not showing balances on his personal. Everything is on his business side. Right? $10,000 for 77 businesses. Just, can you imagine that? And that's just from one bank. Imagine if you have those businesses sitting at 5 of the business friendly banks where it's easy to get business credit and business funding. So now you're talking about 5 banks giving you a $10,000 business credit card. That's $50,000 for each business. Do y'all not understand that? Are y'all getting that? He's hustling the credit way. You know what I'm saying? That's how you hustle the credit way. If he just has his businesses in 5 bank accounts, he has 5 business bank accounts. He applies just for the credit. I'm not even talking about the funding, but just the credit card, just the business credit card. And he gets $10,000 on his business credit card from each of those 5 banks for each of his businesses. Child. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Having a business is so important. With your side hustles, turn your side hustle into a business. Just structure it as a business. You're going to still be doing the same side hustle, except you're just doing it as a business. Get your business structured correctly. And if you have good credit, like 720, then you can really take off fast with getting the business funding. But the beauty of business funding is you can have bad credit because they're not checking your credit. You start off in the different tiers of building. Tier 1 is your net 30 accounts. If you don't know what a net 30 account is, it's just basically you go to the company, go on their website or whatever, order your supplies. You don't have to pay when you order. They're going to invoice you and you pay them in 30 days or whatever their net is. Because you have net 30s, you have net 60s, you have net 90s, you have net 55s. Amazon Business has a net 55. You have, now your gas cards are usually like a net 7 or net 14. So if you get any business gas cards, I always suggest to everybody that you put that bad boy on auto payment because their fees are stupid. I mean, they really should be, we really should take them to court for their fees. You can have, now I slipped up one time and I looked at my invoice and was like, what the hell? I paid $50 for gas. And you know, since the bill comes so fast, you know, I'm so used to thinking of net 30s inside the house. Yes, inside the house. Yes, I'm saying inside the house. Um, but because I'm so used to net 30s, I'm thinking, okay, well, I got 20 days to pay. I mean, technically, you have 30 days to pay, but a hack is to pay 10 days before your due date. So I pay in 20 days on my net 30s. Them gas cards, however, you have to stay on top of those. So 2 weeks went by and I forgot to pay it. 2 days. 2 days after the due date. Guess how much my late fee was? Any guesses? Any guesses? I ended up paying almost $200 for getting $50 worth of gas. I kid you not. I kid you not. And when I saw that for the first time, I'm like, oh no, this is not happening to me again. They still get over on you though for setting up automatic payments, which I swear it's got to be some kind of a law or something for them doing this to you. But they know people need it. So in order to, and my arm's starting to feel sore now. I got that booster. Um, so in order to set up, well, I don't know if all gas cards are like that, but for BP, BP Business Gas, and for Universal Premium, which is a fleet gas card, it's a $50 setup fee, and then $5 to automatically take your payment. So I have to pay you to automatically take my payment when the thing is set up and you're just gonna run it. But they do that because they know if you don't set up the automatic payment, they know you're gonna slip. Oh, they know you're gonna slip because you're gonna slip. I mean, how many times have we looked up and said, "Oh shoot, I forgot to pay the light bill," but you know you have time. Like say your light bill is due on the 15th, you know you have about to the 25th or the 30th even, sometimes longer than that, before you have to actually pay the bill. And a late fee is like $10, if that. But gas cards, let you be a day late. A day late. That $50 worth of gas is gonna turn into $150 worth of gas. So anytime you get business gas cards, I always suggest that you just go ahead and just pay the $5 every month to put it on automatic, because it's going to cost you more in the long run, unless you got a system so tight. Because even if I put stuff on my calendar, I'm the type that easily gets distracted, so my calendar notification will go off and I'm like, oh, okay, I got to do this. Then my phone will ring, or somebody text me or whatever, and I get to doing this and getting to do that, and before I know it, I forgot, and then the next day come like, oh shoot, I forgot to pay that bill. And they know it. They know. That's how they can get over. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up too long. How long have I been on here? I can't tell. Oh, yes, my arm is sore. Okay, Instagram is saying I've been on here for 6 minutes, but I know that's not correct. Okay, YouTube is more accurate. 43 minutes. Okay. So I've been on here for 43 minutes, so I'm not gonna hold y'all up too much longer. But like I said, I'm gonna try and start back my Money Mondays and bring more information about starting your business, structuring your business correctly, um, turning your side hustle into a business, um, money management with your business, budgeting. I know people don't like the word budget, but shoot, that's what companies do. Companies have a budget. Look, that's why we got cut. That's why we got laid off. They looked at the budget and said, okay, we can cut this location, and this location to have more available money for other things. All businesses have budgets. There's nothing wrong with having a budget. A budget tells your money what to do. People always tell me, well, Tanya, you're not going to get rich by budgeting or doing this or doing that. Yeah, but it'll help you manage your money. That's why people that win the lottery, or some of these athletes and stuff, or entertainers, they go broke because they don't know how to manage their money, don't know how to budget. They're balling out of control. So I'm gonna talk about some things like that, talk about business stuff, talk about business credit. Um, I am going to do some digital products. Oh, let me tell y'all about my Black Friday, child. So a lot of you already know that I am doing my book and DVD package, a personal book that I wrote. That is fiction. It's a fiction book with, and we made a short movie based on my fiction book. So I'm doing a book and a DVD package that will be available for Black Friday. But as far as like business and business credit and things like that, I am doing my, I am working on some digital products. So I am working on some ebooks. So I have a ebook on how to. I'm getting it together. I'm going to have an ebook on how to structure your business correctly so you can get business funding. I'm going to have an ebook available to show you the information about how to get the funding. I'm gonna have an ebook. I think I'm gonna do a ebook list. I'm gonna do a list like my first one. I think I'm gonna do a list of all the net 30s and the tiers and what tiers they go on, including the companies that will give you funding without using your EIN. I'm gonna have a ebook about how to get a car in your business name only, only using your EIN number. Do you know what kind of play you can run with that? Turo. I have been thinking about Turo, but I live in the country, y'all. I ain't got time to be delivering and picking up and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna find me a manager though. Maybe there's a manager in my area or at least in the close city in my vicinity, and have a manager do all that. But yeah, so I'm gonna have some digital products coming out. I'll probably start talking about it and advertising next week on it, so you guys know all the products that I have available for Black Friday. But thank y'all for hanging out with me. If you want some more information, check my link in my bio. We can set up a consultation call. We can discuss a strategy for your business, how to get your, how to turn your side hustle into a business. Let's structure you correctly so you can get this business credit and this business funding. If you are looking for a side hustle or need some side hustle ideas or looking for a job to work from home, you can click the link in my bio to get my ebook that's out now called the Ultimate Work from Home and Side Hustle List. Well, I list like over 200 companies or things that you can do to make some extra money. So now's the time, especially with Christmas around the corner. We want to have a debt-free Christmas, guys. So, and some more streams of income. So it's a lot on there that helps you get another stream of income. So, like I said, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will talk to y'all later. Let me try and shut down all this stuff. And I will talk to you another time. Bye. Shut that down. Shut that down. Oh, did I shut it down? I don't know, child. Shut that down. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?